Okay. Thank you guys for coming to the call. My name is Adebimpe. I am a product manager at Landnest Homes and Properties, and also a design engineer at Tempo. So right now, I'm currently at my Tempo office. So what I basically do is figure out how to use AI and help businesses to grow and optimize their processes. So AI is here and it has come to stay, and it's something that is like literally mind blowing. So, well, the problem I notice is that a lot of people do not understand how to use AI in their best advantage. So most people, they know about ChatGPT and then they open ChatGPT up and they just text ChatGPT, oh ChatGPT, I want to I want to do A or I want to do B, right? Whereas they could actually use ChatGPT even more to do accomplish tasks or accomplish goal more than they can. So the essence of this class is not a master class in ChatGPT. No, the essence is that how you can effectively talk to an AI to be able to reply you with the best results. Um, so with that being said, I have two demos. So, but like I'm just going to like go over my slide first before like doing one of the demos. So oh, it's not giving me.
Oh, okay. I just allowed you now.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. So just a quick disclaimer. I have a lot of tabs, so bear with me. So
One of
again,
just that.
yeah, just a quick disclaimer. I have a lot of tabs, so bear with me because like I'm like everything I see, I have an AI that sees everything. So as I'm thinking and brainstorming, the AI is like also in the background working with me on some of this stuff. So and I also have like a different system here that is giving me updates on my talking point and so on and so forth. So it depends on what I'm trying to achieve, basically. So literally like AI is my, how do I put it, like my operating system, basically. But again, I'm just going to do like a quick demo of what that looks like. But that'll be like at the end of the program. So you might want to like stay back and enjoy. Okay. So yes, so I tagged this title or simplified it rather to like from prompt to process. So we are going to be looking exactly how to use AI to turn AI into a repeatable workflow for your business. So depending on whatever business that you have right now, you may have like um you may have like a simple way or simplified way of like using it for your business. But I'm going to show you like a case study on what on how you can use it basically to transform your entire business. Okay. Um so with that being said, let's just start with this question, right? Um, I just need like a show of hands, like you can just like maybe thumbs up or type in the chat, right? And say like how many times have you used AI this week for like the exact same task? For example, let me just start like anytime I'm trying to like write messages, send emails, I always like first document my process and then I tell the AI to like let me write this. So do you have a show of hands for something like that? Or we have not used AI at all this week? Okay, I can see oh, okay, you use it every day. Okay. Simisola, Paul, Mimi, no? Oh, okay, every day. So like what was like the most recent thing, like the most recent tax that you have? Or that you know that like you almost tell the AI to do it like every single day.
So I upload documents. Well, like every day, I ask it to I upload documents and ask it to read it out to me.
Okay, every day, like
And
so
then
you
do
have
like a summary of an
okay.
analysis of the document. So it makes it faster for me to read multiple documents and synthesize them.
Yeah, Simisola, can you like just give me like one? Okay, so reconstruct your ideas and give you more ideas. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Simsolas, that's okay, every day for different reason, big, professional, and personal. Okay. So now there's like, what if there was a way that you don't have to like always re-upload your document? Let me use that example, right? And GI just gets it. Okay. And this is like, these are the that's like the demo I'm going to be giving you at the end of the day, right? So there's this huge gap that I've noticed again, like I was saying earlier, is the gap between trying AI once and using it every week. And the essence of this conversation is literally how to see how you can leverage AI, right? Okay, so Paul said when he wants to prep for interviews. Okay, so if I was going to use Paul as a case study now, like when you're trying to prep for interviews, do you like just tell the AI that, oh, ask me a bunch of questions, but like, or do you exactly um itemize the company that you want to interview with, and know like ask you questions about the company, and or ask you questions about just your professional side of things? So while Paul is trying to answer that, let me just go to the next one. Okay. So many people, when they use I'm just in ChatGPT, for example, you can use anyone, Gemini, Claude. Um, what I see again is the problem that they just say, oh, for example, write me a social media post, right? Without even like giving it something very clear, something very straightforward, something that um like, say for example now, if you even ask a human being like write me a poem or write me a social media post, the first thing that will come to mind is about what? And so every single time what they get is just something that's forgettable, very generic, and it could have actually like been written by anyone, right? Because again, AI is trained on other people's information, what other people have collected. So by default, it gives you like a template that somebody else has given before, right? And so it doesn't feel like, okay. So it doesn't feel like you've actually like, it's actually like unique to you, unique to your voice and your systems, right? Because the AI doesn't really know much about you. And so I have an example of this familiar story. This is Amara. She's a brand strategist in Lagos, and our goal is to help people find their voice and stand out. So, and I remember when I was talking to her, like, one thing she tried is like using ChatGPT, right? Like most people say they use ChatGPT almost every day or every day, right? And but the issue there is that she has to start from scratch. Like again, we said to already like every single day, you take your document, you upload, right? And then you tell the AI, oh, I want to do this. What if, and every single time, there's no way, like, if you want to, like, if you have like a consistent pattern of how you want it to be summarized, you don't have to like re-explain yourself over and over again. And I'm sure this sounds very familiar, right? So, what if there was actually a way to systemize this thing, right? And this is the framework: is you need to identify, systemize, and repeat. Now, when it comes to identification, you are just looking at one task that you know that, okay, this one you most likely do it every single time, and you want the AI to like, um how will I put it like this now, automate it basically, right? And then you have like systemize, is how do you turn your best prompt into a reusable template? Okay. And then number three, you have like, how do you make sure that you don't have to like hold its hands, it just knows what to do? For example, I made a tweet yesterday where I was telling somebody that I burn a lot of AI tokens very quickly. And why is because like sometimes when I'm building stores for some of my clients as well, that what happens is that I tell the AI that I have a bunch of tasks that I need you to review. Can you like review it? And I go to bed. And I got tired of doing that every single day, trying to explain over and over again to the AI, right? That's when I came up with this process. And now the AI is always working 24/7 on just that one single aspect. There's another aspect I will talk about, right? And again, you need to have a way to like steer the AI or inform the AI about like what you're trying to achieve. And you also will do that. So Now let's look at identify deeply, right? Is you need to first identify that, okay, what task takes most of my time, or what task takes something that I have to repeat over and over again. Is it content writing? Is it client proposal? Is it follow-up emails? Right? Because again, one mistake I've seen many people do is that they just like they take like maybe 10, 15, 20 tasks and then they throw it at the AI. And then they themselves they are not even able to like keep up with it. So you want to first look for just that one single task. And again, like by one single task, when you're trying to look for like something like very difficult or something that moves the needle for you. So for me, when I say something that moves the needle, it's literally like this tax is very, very complex, right? But I know that once I have AI to like automate this part of my life, right, I will have more time to do other things. Okay. And
Mm.
so, and if you are still like struggling, just ask yourself that, okay, what tax do you spend like 30 minutes on? At least minimum per week, and say, okay, then let's just take that task and let's break it down. Okay. So you identify that. Now, the next one is you need to systemize it. Okay. So this is me just taking different like research I've done, and then me using AI myself to like um understanding it in such a way that I can break it down to you guys, right? So I came up with this title Costa framework. Okay. And the idea is that the very first thing is that when you are trying to break down these tasks, you need to be very, very clear to the AI, because you need to explain it to the AI in such a way that it will understand. Because if you don't explain it very well, it's going to be very, very difficult for the AI to give you what you are looking for. So what I do is I use this Costa framework a lot. Okay, there are different frameworks out there for talking to AI, but like this is, I think, like should be like the easiest way to like break it down. So the first one is the context. So you need to give it background information of everything about you, right? So what that looks like is who you are, what your business is, what's your current situation. That general understanding is very, very important. Like very, very important. Now, there are some AI tools that are now very good at they can actually help you come up with this. You don't even need to have like the full idea what you're trying to work on, right? You only just need to like understand what you're trying to do, and then it's going to plan out all of this I just said. Now it's going to plan it out for you. So again, I'll do a quick demo as to what that looks like. Then the next thing is you want to tell it your objective. Where exactly are you looking to achieve? So by where exactly you are looking to achieve, what it simply looks like is, say for example, now your aim is to reach out to 100 people online, say on LinkedIn. Okay. So the context can be like, oh, my company is okay, let's use Amara for example now. I'm a brand strategist. My goal is to make sure that I'm able to serve at least 100 businesses in the next 2 months. So what does my objectives look like? My objective is like this. Number one, I want to be able to serve, I want to be able to find these people easily. Number two, I want to be able to send them high converting messages, right? Number three, I want to be able to reply them as promptly as possible. Okay. And then now the next one is your style of writing. So in terms of style of writing now, this is just your way of teaching the AI how you sound. Do you want um do you want it to sound conversational, or do you want it to sound academic? Because if the AI now, and this one now, you're already talking about like the results that the AI is going to give to you when you're talking to it. So that's literally what style is all about. So do you want it to sound academic? Do you want it to give you a bunch of answers, or do you want it to be like just very simple? Like me now, I always like very simple style. That's what I always look for. Then you now want to move to the next step, which is the tone. So what does that tone look like? Do you want it to be warm? Do you want it to be direct? Do you want it to be enthusiastic? Do you want it to be empathetic? Right? So different what's it called? There are different ways in which you can set your tone up, right? So do you want the AI to sympathize with you, even though it doesn't feel, but you can like have the AI sympathize with you? Because again, all of these things matter a lot, because what you are doing there is that you are trying to form an entity. Like even though the AI has like a bunch of information already. So what you're just trying to do now is that you're trying to form an entity basically. So this entity that you're trying to form now is all of this thing you are trying to systemize. Because once you form the entity and you've created it, changing it sometimes, like adjusting it sometimes can take a while. So it's always important that you figure this out from the get-go. And then the next thing is your audience. So who is going to read out this output? So you need to like tailor your language. So for example, most of the time, the audience is you yourself, right? So you need to tailor it in such a way that you can understand what it's saying. For example, like when Paul said he does like interviews a lot. So he wants like direct question, right? Exactly how an HR will most likely ask a question. And then finally, you want your response. So how should the AI print out this reply back to you? Do you want it like in a table form? Do you want a paragraph? So most of the time when I'm asking the AI for stuff, I always mostly tell you like I need it in a table format. And the reason I'm always asking for this table format is because like with what I do, I spend more time just thinking about what I want to achieve and scanning what the AI is doing. Because again, all my execution right now is actually done with AI. So I spend like 99% of my time just planning. Like that's the only thing I do. I just plan and plan and plan and plan and plan and keep planning. And then sometimes I think the other 1% is I monitor basically. So I monitor the AI to be sure that it's actually on the right track, right? That's like what I do with like 1% of my time, but 99% of the time is just planning. So now let's go to the next one. Once you have that and you set it right, it's just more like a repeating process now. Okay. So on Monday, you open the save prompts that you have, right? And then you make pick the topic or tweak it in a way, and then you just click on generate, right? Or you just tell the AI to generate it, and then you review and you send. So I do it over and over again. Okay. So those are the three process, right? So now I want to do a live dimension like helping Amara now to come up with like a content workflow. So let's say she wants to be able to um build out a system that is going to be generating a continuous content workflow every single day, right? For a LinkedIn post. Okay. So what does that actually look like? So give me a second. So far, I need to find. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen. Give me a second, please. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now, we're going to use ChatGPT. So I'm going to show you two different AI tools, right? So we're going to use ChatGPT and we also use Claude, so you can see the difference. So let's start with the first basic one, right? So I'll just say, write me a social media post. So I'm going to log in on my ChatGPT here now. Okay. Um, then once I type write me a social media post, right? Say I'm Amara, right? You can see it's just giving like a bunch of generic answers out
Mm.
of the box, right? Write me a social media post about brand strategy. Oh, brand strategy is not your logo, it's not your colors. Brand strategy is just a design decision. So I didn't structure it the way I want, how it should be clear and all of those things. And this is like literally the way most people prompt AI. However, when you go on to have a template like this, okay? So now let's just go over it together, like again, the same way, right? Um, the context is this. You're a LinkedIn content writer for Amara, a brand strategist based in Lagos, Nigeria. She helps small and medium businesses build brands that stand out in crowded markets. What is the objective? Write a LinkedIn post why most small businesses look the same online and one branding fix that changes everything. Okay. Now, the next thing is style. It should be conversational and storytelling driven, no corporate jargon. Write like a real person talks. Tone, confident but warm. Like like advice from a trusted friend who happens to be an expert. What's the audience? Nigerian SME owners and founders on LinkedIn who wants their brand to stand out. Now, the response. So the response is this: hook line, 3 to 4 short paragraphs, end with a question to drive engagement, and add an action to book a call, eh, book a free brand audit, right? So this is how I structure this prompt template, right? And then now, if I send it, give the AI and ChatGPT, and I send it now, it has more context, right? And now look at the difference already. Brand strategy is not your logo, it's not your colors, it's a design architecture, right? Very generic. Now, because of what I specified already, because again, she targets what? Small and medium businesses, right? So you look at the quality that you're getting here now. So this already, she can make a post and it's going to sound very good. So most small businesses don't have a branding problem. They have a seamless problem. Last week, I opened Instagram to check on the client's page. Do you say it feels like it feels very personal, right? If you continue like this, right, you cannot you will not get the best result. But look at this now. Last week, I opened Instagram to check on the client's page. After 10 minutes, I realized something. I couldn't remember which page was theirs anymore. Same good logo, same quality and affordable caption, same Canva flyer, different business name. So you can see that already some people are already feeling like this is talking to me. Do you understand? Because again, many people just go to Canva, they make those changes. So do you see that I didn't think about like what to say, but I taught the AI how to structure the story so that now there's nobody that's going to see this post and this post will not go viral. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now look at it. You see, here's what's happening. Many SMEs copy what other businesses are doing instead of understanding what their own customers actually care about. So everyone ends up shouting about the same promises: fast delivery, best price, top quality. Like you know these things. These are like familiar with you, especially like if those are doing businesses. So the branding fix is simpler than people think. Stop starting with design. Start with clear point of view. What do you believe that others in your industry don't? What do you do differently on purpose? The moment your brand takes a stance, your content stops looking like everybody else, even before you touch your logo, right? So again, there's another thing I was supposed to add, I forgot to add. So because branding is not what you post, it's what people start associating your name with. If someone mentions your business in a room, you are not in, what exactly will they say? You can see that it's literally the way I formatted the prompt here, right? Hook, one line, 3 to short paragraph, end with a question that drive engagement. You can see, it said, if someone mentions your business in the room, you are not in, what exactly will they say? Right? That idea sparks a question to what? To drive engagement. Do you get the point? And they said, if you are not sure, I'm offering a free brand audit where I review your page and show you what was blending in and how to fix it. Send me a book, send me a DM, and I'll book you in. Do you see the difference between like having a generic prompt, right? And so you see, if your strategy is clear, your messaging right is set, your design this, your logo this, people are just going to not even engage with it because it doesn't feel like it's speaking to them, right? But we just did this for Amara in less than how many minutes? It's not even up to 1 minute. Do you understand? It's not even up to 1 minute. And you have something steady, right? Now, instead of me having to copy and paste this prompt over and over again, I could actually tell ChatGPT, but again, this one is for people that are using like a paid plan. I could actually tell ChatGPT to give me one of these every single day at a particular time. Okay. So now, for you to achieve that with ChatGPT, what you need to do is you need to come over to settings. But again, this is for people that are on a paid plan. Okay, and then you need to come to schedule like this. Then you need to set up your schedules first. So this is my schedule task here, right? Okay, so I don't even need to come here anyways. So now that I have this and I like this, right? I can say every morning at 9 a.m. EST, because that's the time zone I'm in, please make sure you create a content for me using this prompt template, colon. Okay. Then there's another thing again that now, because a lot of people are seeing people using AI, so this EM dash is now is a lot. So you always want to make sure that it avoids using EM dashes when writing. So, and again, like, it's also a lazy way for AI to like quickly speed up the writing so that it doesn't like write a lot, basically. So and then so another thing I can add here is that make sure, so if you are trying to like go into a second line, so I hold shift and I press enter or return if you are using a MacBook. So make sure you avoid EM dashes, full stop. Okay. So, and then I can send. Okay, yeah, after this one. Yeah, so I can put it at the last and then I can send it. Okay. So now it's going to, but again, I think it's mostly for paid users. I've mostly been paying for ChatGPT. So right now you can see it's trying to work on it. So by the time it's done, every single day at 9 a.m., can you see it? Allow. I'm going to allow it, right? Every single day at 9 a.m. is going to be creating this content for me. And I don't even have to think about it. Do you see how interesting that is? So think about like anything that you know that you do repetitively, you think about the parts, and then now you use this framework I have to come up with this thing. And the interesting part is this, is that you don't even need to think about it. You can actually brainstorm with ChatGPT to come up with a better prompt, right? That you can use. Now, let's do another demo. I think I only have like 15 minutes left. So I'll try to wrap up quickly. So let's do another demo. So I'm going to be using, again, I'm going to be slightly tweaking it, right, for Claude. So why I like Claude is that when you start comparing Claude with ChatGPT, so the website is claude.ai. When you start comparing Claude with ChatGPT, you notice that Claude has more personalization. Like it feels like you're talking to a human being, but ChatGPT feels like you're talking to a robot, basically. So that's why, like, when you're trying to like prompt Claude, is a lot more easier to prompt Claude to give you like the best results than ChatGPT. So in the sense of where you can like even like be generic with Claude, with ChatGPT, with Claude, you have to be like nail it on it, and you have to like nail it one to one. So you need to give like what your audience type actually looks like. So again, let's go by it. So you are Amara's business assistant. She's a branch strategist in Lagos. She has a client currently, Mama Nkechi, a Lagos-based catering company doing about 15 million in annual revenue. They want help building a brand identity that helps them charge premium price and attract corporate clients. So say they already have like a client, right? And then now they want to help this client without even have to like think about the strategy and all of so. And that's basically what the idea, the context is about. And then what the objective is to create a professional consulting proposal outline for this client engagement. Now, what is the style? It should be professional, but not stuffy. Amara is approachable and result focused. The proposal should feel like a conversation, not a legal document. What's the tone? It should be warm, confident, and result oriented. So, who is the audience? again, the client, a busy Lagos business owner who values clarity and action. Now, again, we break down what the response should actually look like. Oh, I think I have. I think it's mostly for paid. I'm not totally sure, but I think it's mostly for paid. But I'm going to give you like a side way, but it's going to be a bit technical. But there is a side way in which you can get free um other AI models that are not ChatGPT, but it's like 100% free. But sometimes they may turn it off. So this is not all the time, but from time to time they used to like give free. So me, I have a lot of AI budgets, so there's also that one. For the response now is like one page proposal with headers, bullets, executive summary, literally like what the whole presentation should look like. Okay, so now I can select all of this. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to come over to Claude, right, and paste it here. Okay, now the thing about Claude is that it's more expensive than ChatGPT. Like right now, I'm currently using like a $200 plan per month on this one, and I'm using like a $20 plan per month on ChatGPT. So in terms of naira, that's like 220 something thousand because of exchange rate, right? And then for ChatGPT is like there are even two types of ChatGPT. There's ChatGPT Go, 7,500 or 8,000. And then there's the ChatGPT Plus, which is the $20 for like 22,800 or 28,000 with tax. Then there's the ChatGPT Pro, which is $200 plan as well. So, but again, the $20 plan is like more than enough for me for what I do with ChatGPT again. So because like I mostly spend like 99% of my no 80% of my time using Claude because that's where I pay like the most amount. So now this is what this is what I'm saying. Like so when you are trying to talk to AI, Claude has different model versions. So they don't just have one ChatGPT like unlike ChatGPT where in ChatGPT they have different model versions too, right? So you can see they have like 5.1, 5.1 thinking, but most of the time, the one that they give is more than enough. But when you are thinking about Claude, you have to be thinking about how much you are willing to spend for that particular. I'm serious, like you have to think about how much you are willing to spend for that particular question you're about to ask it to do for you. So in my case here, I don't feel like this is going to be something I should be spending a lot on. So Opus 4.6 is a Muslim is a how would I put it now? Is a money eating fire. It is extremely fast, but it takes a lot of money. So the way it works is think of it like Nigerian data. You buy a monthly plan. When you buy that monthly plan, it's like maybe 10 gig, 20 gig. Then every message or data you receive are noise. So they will tell you it's unlimited, but it's not limited. So for the cheapest version, you go for IQ. So they only have three versions, which make everything easy. The cheapest version is IQ. The next one is Sonnet 4.6, and then the most expensive is Opus 4.6. But again, it is extremely fast, but very expensive. 4.6, it is fast and expensive, but not as expensive as the Opus. And then the Haiku is like extremely cheap. It's like everybody needs it. But the only problem is that it gives you rubbish every single time. Every single time I've tried it, like it's always rubbish. I'm always disappointed. So, but again, most people you don't need 4.6 except you're a programmer. You don't need 4.6. You don't need Opus. You just need Sonnet. This 4.6 just came out yesterday. This Sonnet 4.6, like literally yesterday. So, and one of the advantages is like he had like so every AI model actually has a memory capacity, but it's only ChatGPT that has like unlimited. But they have a way of doing it. Normally, the memory capacity is not unlimited. So what that means is that you used to forget basically. So there's a level when you start chatting with the AI that if you have like a lot of tokens with the AI will not start forgetting. So the way that ChatGPT is doing it is that after a while they will be able to summarize everything right? And send to ChatGPT. So you feel like, oh, you're still inside that conversation. No, you're inside multiple conversations that you didn't even know about, but they're helping you to like hide the behind the scenes. So these guys, these cloud guys, they just started doing their own like last week. No, 2 weeks ago. They just started doing their own 2 weeks before like they would tell you go and create a new chat. So, but it was always like making people angry and all. So for this task, I'm going to use Sonnet 4.6. Now, if you notice something, it has extended thinking. So if you want to like, if you want the AI to think about it thoroughly, to spend the time longer, but again, like I said, every single click or acceptance is more money that you spend. So in this case, I'm just going to pick 4.6 and I'm going to click on send, right? So it has started working on it. So you can see that I don't actually really need um that amount of size. Now, this is where it becomes very interesting. You know, like ChatGPT now, say you want this in like a Microsoft Word, instead of this in ChatGPT, you see how to like copy and paste and send, right? Now I can say, please give me the documents in Microsoft Word. Okay, and you see already, sorry, it's trying to create. So there's a skill. How would I explain it like this? So AI now asks you. They've got this level where AI asks you. So the skill is like is a system whereby you like you train the AI on how to do specific tasks. So again, this is more like advanced, is for majorly for developers, but it's more advanced. But the summary version is that normally the AI does not know how to use Microsoft Word, but now somebody sat down and wrote how AI can actually use Microsoft Word to perform a task, right? Or to write on Microsoft Word. So I remember doing this demo for like some people with Excel, and they're like, oh, they're always like having to like do their Excel and all of those things, typing over and over again. You can literally just import your Excel file here and tell it to make all the changes across board on your behalf. Now, if you now want to take Claude further, you will now download the app, because when you download the app, that's when you get the best of it. So, and that is where we are going to go next before we call it a close. We didn't start early because I did like plan this entire program for the same. So it's called, when you download the app, you should see these 3 tabs, right? You have chats, you have co-work, and you have code. And the interesting thing about this is that you can continue from your phone. So as long as your computer is on and running, you can actually continue from your phone. You don't actually need to log in on your phone to continue. So right now I have I think hopefully it works. So the only problem I have with this software is that it takes up a lot of memory. So, and one thing it does for me, like, yeah, like this particular project, I had like a lot of files on my system, and I didn't even know where anything is. Like right now, I don't even know where anything is on my system. It's the AI that literally knows where everything is on my system. So I just told you that, okay, I need to like, I mean, rearrange it. Like fun fact, like let me show you something. So this is the way I talk to AI. In my, my own is like more, is much more weird. So I don't talk to AI like with ChatGPT and everything. Like this is the way I talk to AI. So like when I wanted to do today's presentation, this year I was telling AI, can you please help me find where I created an ebook recently and slide that presentation, right? So because like this is where I enjoy talking to AI the most for me. So that's why this thing. But again, like this one takes like a couple of learning, like maybe 1 or 2 days of learning, and then you get used to it. So that's that about, and I have like different AI that I chat with. So again, like, so this is where me I do my all my work. Like I don't open Microsoft Word, I don't open Google Docs, I don't open anything. Even the slide I'm presenting to you right now, it was done by the AI. Like literally, I was just like brainstorm and plan. This is exactly what I want. Even the images, right? They were all made with the help of AI. I didn't do anything. So I told you to like let me look for like again today's class, right? And then he did that, and I was able to like go through it again. I'm like, oh, then I told her, oh, what are the talking points that I needed to remember, right? And you can see I didn't mention the brand, I didn't mention anything, but look how formatted it is. Like normally, if you're going to write this by yourself and format it like this in Microsoft Word, do you know how long it's going to take you? Right? So it's going to take you a while. So that is why this is like Close Code is like one of the best to out there to to use for some of these things, even like handling your spreadsheet and so on and so forth, right? So now you've learned so far how to use Claude Code to write prompt and improve your prompt. What if there was a way, and this is like my final demo, what if there was a way to actually talk to AI like your personal assistant so you didn't have to think about it? Okay, so right now I have a YouTube channel that an AI runs on my behalf. I don't even know what is going on there. I'm just going to check it now. So this YouTube channel, everything is being done by the AI. I'm not doing anything on it. So right now, I just started to use, I think I told the AI to start the YouTube channel. That was like 2 weeks ago. And then right now, if I go to like the what's it called? The YouTube studio, right? And I go to like analytics, already you can see here that it has what 5.1K views for something I'm not managing. And the crazy part about it is like it does research, it reviews its posts, it looks at the engagements, and then it rewrites the post, and it creates another post, and then it reposts by itself. However, there are from time to time I can like monitor it. And what does it do? It actually does like a way for. So I used to have this problem where sometimes when I'm working on something, my system used to like the backlight used to go off. So I was like, why don't I just tell AI to like create something for me that I can just be watching, instead of like watching other people's YouTube channel the timer, right? Let me just recreate um the same thing, and that's what it does. So like this one here now, I can like, because again, there are sometimes when I need my computer to always stay on while I'm not there or while I'm sleeping, I need it to stay on to be working, right? So it creates all this kind of like countdown content. So all of this was designed by AI, right? I didn't have to think about it at all. So, but again, it's for this one's like advanced class to be able to like get this done. But this is the reality, right? The reality is here. So right now I have multiple. I have a company currently. It's called Aleti, and the CEO of the company is an AI, and he talks to people, and they don't know. So, but I'm not going to show you Aleti. So this is my personal assistant, Isa, and Isa does things for me. Isa checks my email, so you can see like this morning, and this is what it has done for me. It has checked my email. Um, and then there are conversations I have with Isa, right? So when I'm getting all these errors you are seeing here, like, so I have an AI model that I'm using to power Isa, basically. So anytime there's like a network failure, that's when it gives me like all this kind of stuff. But like when I was discussing this idea, right? So like when I wanted to like when I was talking to everyone like a couple of days back, I thought that I want to go and revamp my what's it called? My slides, right? So you can see me here. So I was just brainstorming with like, is that like, okay, can you read our conversation? Can you go to LinkedIn? So let me show you. Say, where's it? So I said, so I'm trying to put teaching and talking points together, right? Is it got it? So you can see like it knows the webinar. Like I did not tell you what the webinar name is. It knows the webinar, right? And then I just said like, go and look at my LinkedIn page. So it knows how to browse the web. Like my own AI knows how to browse the web. I don't need to monitor it. So when he checked everything, I was like, oh, okay, can you check our message and everything? And then it went through the messages, and then it saw the what the topic is and all of those things, right? And then it proposed to me what the topic should be, and then I refined it. And then I told like, okay, you know what? I have these ideas. So this is where I said I have all of these ideas. And I was like, can you break down the slides for me, like one after the other, right? And he did, and he broke down all the slides for me. Okay. And then when it was done, I was like, okay, now please work on the slides for me, right? And he did that. So after that, I sent it this stuff, and I said, please, I need you to memorize. I need to memorize it because I'm going to need it for another time. Do you understand? So this is literally my personal assistant, and already like just for this class now, I wanted to like do a quick demo on like um so let me just ask like so what did I miss in my mails, in my personal mail? Oh no, that's too personal. Let me do so what is Vera working on right now? Okay, so it's going to take a while before he replies, because like again, Vera again is another AI agent, and this other AI agent is the one that is actually in charge of that YouTube channel, right? So he said at the moment, this is what I'm currently doing, right? But the number two, you can see it's yeah, Vera is monitoring this and said today's upload ran completed at 9:39 a.m., right? And there's no active project work. Otherwise, what would you like me to do, right? So you can see that. Imagine your AI now moving from ChatGPT, sitting on your computer, and it knows everything, like literally everything about your business end to end. And then you know what they say when they say like what's the word though? Like the best way to be free is when your money is working for you while you sleep, right? This one is the best way you sleep is while you are sleeping, your AI is working for you actively. So even if like I wanted to get like 100 top CEOs, like direct emails right now without thinking about it, right? They can do that. If I want to send out code emails, code calls, and all of those things, it can literally do that. So now, there's a prompt optimizer link I will send to Aurelio after this call. Then I'll also drop a free ebook for people that are interested, like want to read up on the ebook, right? So the essence of that ebook is just to guide you on how to prompt better. But like if you want something like this differently on your system, you'd have to like schedule a different call with me, and literally we just install the AI for you, like an operating system, and then it can literally hand off, you can literally hand off anything that you are working on to it. And you can literally hand off anything that you're working on to it. So it's more like beyond the level of ChatGPT. So it can be on your Telegram, it can be so for me, I wanted a way to like separate it from my WhatsApp stuff because again, it's literally going to say everything. Like everything. So I wanted to like not have business with my WhatsApp for now. So my Telegram, I'm good for that. Like again, I just have rubbish messages and all of those things there. So that's why I just kept it there. Like this is another one again. So what it does, like I'm currently building, the summarizer you were talking about, right? So I'm currently building an app, and I'm not the one that's building, it's the AI that's building. So the AI is currently building an app for me that helps me to summarize stuff. So what you do is you right now, where we are right now is like we have like a couple of books already, or people have like book requests. A lot of people are, like usually go on like long train rides to work and commute and all of those things like that. So sometimes they're mostly like reading books and stuff like that. So what if like they could like read it or listen to the book? So right now the AI is currently working on making that a reality. So I think the AI should be done like maybe in a couple of days time. I think tomorrow, next tomorrow, maybe it should be done. Because again, like I have background in design, so I'm also very nitpicky about design. AI struggles with design. So currently I'm also building like an AI that actually understands how to design from scratch. But again, all my LinkedIn pictures, most of my posts are actually like this is a disclaimer. Like most of my posts on LinkedIn, especially, is usually just written by AI. So that one is like a different package, but I call it content operating system. So it looks at your current post, your engagement, and looks at what you are trying to achieve with your personality or your brand on any social media platform that you're on, and then it curates the content, it creates a calendar plan, basically like a social media assistant, right? Without like I actually found like my last on my personal assistant because I was like, I'm sorry, the AI does everything. So and that's like basically it. So any questions?
I'm sure lots of people have a million questions for you. Divine says he's interested in the separate session with you and he would like your contacts.
Oh, okay, no problem. You can just for now just reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I'll drop your LinkedIn contact here.
Yes. So can you drop me on the chat? Yeah, thank you so much.
I just did that. Then, so is this going to be paid or just so that they know what they are coming in for?
Yeah. So it's a paid feature. It's not, but again, all of this is because the way I used to structure it is that AI is like an open box. So it's more like me, first of all, assessing what you need it for before I install it. Because again, I don't want to install it for an hacker. Because if I install it for an hacker, now, then you know
You'll have
now.
to do your, yeah,
So,
sure.
I need to know like what you want to use it for and how it's going to help you in your day-to-day business, right? And then I can now like consider like, okay, yes, let's do this stuff. Because again, if everything goes to weirdly now, right? It's still more of like uh whoever that gets affected and I get sued and all of those things. So I'm also trying to like be very, very careful and like choose the people that I give it to, basically. So that there's no problem there. So like I still have a lot that I could show, but this is like the highest minimum I can give right now, basically.
But we know for sure that we are definitely going to have you back, right? We are going to
What?
have we're going to have you back one of these and not one of these months. We can
Yeah.
talk about it behind the scenes, but we are definitely going to have you back. Well, not to share the ones that you sell, but just to, let people's minds open up to exactly what they can do with AI, and even whetting their appetites is enough to make them want to pay, because I think this is worth paying for. If you want to scale your business, you're a single person just doing all these things, sitting down, and you can actually be maximizing your time instead of, doing all these mundane things one by one. There's a lot, obviously, that.
Like right now, the biggest problem I have right now is that I have a lot I want to achieve. Like even when I'm talking to my investors, they are confused.
Mhm.
And because I'm like, I have this idea, this other idea, this idea. And right now, like I'm currently building this, that. Like, how are you paying attention to all of this? Like, how do you have the time? I'm like,
It's
the AI
automated.
manages everything. And then I have like other AIs that just distill the like the most clearest information for what I have, right? Because
Mhm.
again, the bedrock is what I've just taught you, which is the prompts.
Yeah.
So if you have like a very prompt engine that can handle all of these things, the remaining is just very, very straightforward on like literally everything. Even like my pitch deck, like anything that somebody can do on a computer is what my AI does. Like anything that somebody can do on a computer is what my AI does. So and again, there are other people that have also figured it out and they have done it and they have implemented it in their businesses and like it's really great, really, really going out for them. So currently like this is our website, analyticconsulting.com. So you can also like learn more about like some of the um things that we did, okay, or that we do generally. So these are like part of the stuff that we do. Again, this website was like built with AI very, very quickly, without me having to like think about it and all like that. So this is like what the design agent I told you about that I was working on was able to come up with. Because again, if you tell an AI like out of the box or design me a website, is you will see that it will be like very, very right? So if I didn't mention it, you wouldn't even know that these are actually designed by an AI, right? Even the name was chosen by an AI. So I didn't have to like think about it or all of those things. Like 99% of the business registration, apart from where I signed, was done by the AI. So just think about like that kind of possibility where you have an army of staffs that
Mhm.
work tirelessly to make sure that you become the next millionaire in dollars. Basically, that is it.
I'm sure that's making a lot of people's minds tingle. But
No,
yeah,
that's why I feel like it's quite unfortunate that a lot of people did not join this.
yeah, but information like this isn't, it's not for everybody. But we have it out there, so it's great that people can still access it, and a lot of our chats and things that
Like
we.
even in my DM, like let me show you on because again I'm mostly active on X. Like there's like I still get DMs on like, please when are you taking your next class? Like I don't know. Like if you see, you say, when you want to write, I say in March. I'm not really sure. So I see how like people message me like, oh, when you want to take your next class and all of those things. Like, I'm not really sure when I'm going to take my next class. But because like ah, right now, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have a digital twin that'll be taking my classes for me.
That's another possibility.
Same,
All these
same,
things. Yeah,
same voice and like let me give you guys one trick, right? Like this one is like free that you can do today, like right now. If say for example you're in Canada, US, or any of these countries, right? And then you want to start writing ebooks, you don't have any idea about writing ebooks and all like that. You can have the AI write the ebook, design it for kids or parents, and then have the AI apply on your behalf to submit those ebooks online, and then they pay you. You didn't even have to think about it. Like it's so easy to make money now than 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And you know the funniest thing, you can make a pipeline such that the AI learns from how people interact with that book and then rewrite it and create like version 2, version 3, version 4, and re-upload it. Update the images, right? But again, remember, all of these things come at a cost because again, you have to be paying different AI companies to make this thing a reality, right? Like the next one I'm currently experimenting on is this one. Like you can now create like a full film. So imagine like all those Omoli Oboli and the likes, and they're like you're competing with, you're trying to like now you can like easily compete with them with 99% of less the budget. Like if you have 200,000 you can create like a full film that you can post on YouTube. So it's so crazy what like the possibilities of what you can achieve. Like how we believe that all of this was actually made with AI. And think of it like this, like you can train an AI agent to be a cinematographer, and and that cinematographer will going to work with like another director AI agent and the scriptwriter AI agent, and the three of them work actively together. You don't have to like be in the middle. The three of them work actively together and look at what is going on in the society, research on it, and come up with like a story, and then review the story and say, oh, I think I like this story, and then like create a full film, upload on YouTube, and then start posting shorts on TikTok while you are just scrolling something else. Like that is where we are right now. But a lot of people are not waking up to it. A lot of people still send one message to ChatGPT. So I need to run now. I have another meeting like in the next 1 hour. So thank you
Okay,
guys for
thank
having me.
you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adibimpe, for joining us. And thanks everyone for joining. So if you want to engage more with him, you can click on the LinkedIn.
Yeah, or
And
you follow me on X and just like just maybe text me, like just tweet at me and then I'll follow you back. Because sometimes I don't know, the DM is kind of off. I may not even see the message. Sometimes it's Adebimpe Omolasho. So just search for Adebimpe Omolasho. Yeah.
so
So
his name is
this is actually my working hours. I'm sorry. So like in case I do not reply, like this is my working hours. So I'm usually in Nigerian time, I'm usually available from 11 p.m. till 2 a.m. Nigerian time. So I just say yeah.
okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And we've come to the end of this whole training for this month. And we'll see you same time. We'll announce the dates in the chat, in the WhatsApp chats next month. Thanks everyone for joining.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right.